Hello and welcome again to my channel. My name is Maria and I'm a life coach and hypnotherapist. So if you need help or if you know someone who may need help, my website is down below, www.mariamonone.com. You find more information. If you want to just contact me to ask some questions, you can do it. You find all the contact and details on the website too. In today's video, I want to talk about a very interesting topic, the difference between following your intuition and self-sabotaging. I'm gonna give you two examples. So I had a client not too long ago that for the sake of this video, we're gonna call Mario. Mario is a man, he's in his 40s, he's single, he has a very good career. And from what he knew, he was open to love, he was open on meeting the right person for him. So Mario met this girl, we're gonna call it for the sake of this video, Nina. So Mario met Nina, and from what he told me, he felt kind of amazed by her. They were getting along very well. He told me that after a while that he didn't have this feeling, he was start feeling that perhaps this was the real connection for him, that this was the good deal for him, because he really liked this person. He was very attracted to Nina. And they were getting really along, and he was getting very excited to get to know her. And what he told me is that this Nina felt the same too. So what he told me is that after a couple of times that they seen each other, something was wrong. And he couldn't quite figure what it was. Okay, fair enough. So did she say something that pissed you off? Because it can happen. And he said, not really. I said, okay, has she done something wrong? Something that it wasn't quite what you were expecting, perhaps? And he said, no, not really. Like, it was just me. Something changed within me. And then I thought perhaps she may not be the person for me. So here, in this scenario, I want you to focus on the fact that it could possibly seem, and I'm gonna explain why it wasn't like this. And it's not always this way. Sometimes it is your intuition that it tells you no, run away from someone. So at first it seems just that he was following his intuition, that something was off, and it's better remove that. So after exploring during the session what was really wrong, what he was really feeling, he came up that he said that she perhaps wanted to help him and she was too curious about him. She wanted to know too much. And in this instance, we needed to go deep and understanding what for him relationship meant, because what he was telling me, and after he said out loud, he kind of realized that too, is that he met a person that was caring for him. He met someone that was actually genuinely curious, asking about how are you feeling? Is everything okay? Because one day he mentioned that he had a bad day or something. He did mention that she wasn't insisting on anything, but because he's not used to, because he's used to sorting everything on his own, and he's not ready to reveal his true self to this person. That's why he kind of detached from her. To come to the realization at the end that perhaps she hasn't done anything wrong, she could have possibly been actually the right person for him, a person that could bring joy and happiness into his life, but he was actually self-sabotaging himself, telling that it was something perhaps wrong with the connection or wrong with this person, but something wrong, he realized that it was within him. Perhaps he was the one who wasn't accepting certain aspect of himself. He wanted to perhaps change it. He was deeply not too proud of it, and he wasn't ready to reveal those things to this person. And this is obviously just an example to show you how we can easily think that we are following our intuition. No, something is wrong, I'm not gonna do it. But we're actually self-sabotaging ourselves because we don't wanna take the chance, we don't wanna take a risk, or because we are fearful. The fear is the main reason. I have a video also from last year, the difference in between making choices by love, driven by love, and not by fear. And this is actually a case of it as well. He chose unconsciously or consciously to detach himself because he was fearing that this person could go too deep, and it's okay because we all have our times. So he was fearing that she was coming too close and too deep too quickly to his heart, although he was what he told me is that he was very full on at the beginning. And yes, so perhaps the things could have been handled in a different way for his own sake. So as we know, communication is super important. Perhaps what Mario could have done is just simply talk to her. Whatever he was feeling to tell, it was gonna be okay. But instead of talking to this person, he kind of pulled back. And then at the end, Nina told him, perhaps it's better we don't meet anymore because I don't think that's what you want, is not what the vibe that I'm feeling between each other anymore. Which is a shame, but you know what he realized by doing therapy is this, that it was actually self-sabotaging him, and at the end he actually contacted her, he was fearful again. And because during my therapy I do not give advice, like you all and we all have our own answer. Sometimes we just need some help to let this answer coming out, but at the end, like by having a few sessions and by understanding that what he was missing was actually a caring person next to him, he realized that he wanted to reach out to her, and she was open to it because she was actually just hurt, because she was just disappointed that he just pulled away. So you see how self-sabotaging is just one face of fear, making a decision by fear instead of love, instead of this caring place, you know, say, yes, I like this person, but I'm feeling uncomfortable with this discovering myself. Let me talk to her, let me talk to a therapist without perhaps giving up on this person if this person sounds special to me, because I may regret it. At this, what he was doing, he was regretting it. And sometimes it is too late, but sometimes it's not too late. And thank God in this occasion, it wasn't too late. So at the end, what he really needed was actually love in his life. And he didn't even realize how much he needed and how much he wanted. Another example, less romantic than this, I have a friend who lives in Italy, and he always wanted to work for a bigger company. He has a very good job, but he always have a dream to earn more and more and more, you know, developing his career. So he found this important job for a big company in Germany, which is very difficult to go into. But this person doesn't fly, doesn't take a plane, and doesn't fly. So it would be a bit difficult to go to Germany and travel, and this was one thing. But he really wanted to do, so he did the interviews, he passed all the interviews that he did, there were so many, and they were ready to take him on board. They make a job offered, was a lot of money, he was happy. But when he got the job offer, he started to think about all the negative things, all the negativity, why he shouldn't actually go there. And what he was doing, he was actually trying to find negative things, so he had the excuse not to go there. He was self-sabotaging himself. He was just fearful of going there, of knowing a new reality, moving there with a partner by themselves without knowing the language. So at the end, what he did, he refused the offer, saying that something in the contract wasn't quite what he was hoping for. And then, because I made a video as well about living without regret, then sleeping a night on, he regretted. The morning after he woke up regretting it, texting them back, say, no, I changed my mind, I actually want to accept the job. But they told him, no, this is too late. We want someone who actually really wanna work with us, and sound like you are not a good fit anymore because you give up on this. This was quite sad. Well, my friend is good now, but it was quite sad, and yeah, This is what fear and not trying and say that something is actually not right for us without knowing if it's right for us before, just because we are fearful, just because we want to self-sabotage in all the way possible so we don't expose ourselves, we don't have to come out our comfort zone. So please, if you have a decision to make, if you have a nice person in your life, if you wanted to go somewhere nice, just make a decision out of love, not because of fearful, not because you want to self-sabotage. And your intuition will guide you. Your intuition is to follow when you know. If you know what you want, because within you, you know what you want, then your intuition come on it. If Mario didn't want Nina because Nina smelled bad, and he really likes nice smell, and he can't get over it. This is a silly example. Or perhaps she wasn't kind at all, but hey, it went how it went, it all turns out good, and everything works out at the end, always, in a way or another. But I want to encourage you just to make the decision that is right for you by following your intuition, that it comes from love, from a place of self-love, and not by self-sabotaging yourself even when something is good for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. I see you soon in the next one.